All right. So the Super Falcons of Nigeria are now done and dusted with their one and only friendly match in the build-up to the Olympic Games in Paris. They took on the Canucks of Canada today. The game just finished not too long ago. Actually, the games, because they played a 90-minute match. Then they had a penalty shootout after that. Now, the Super Falcons came out 1-1 after the ending of both events. They lost the 90-minute game by a 0 to Canada, but they defeated Canada in the penalty shootout by 5-4. Now, there wasn't that much information out there about this game. Of course, it was a test match played behind closed doors, so no recordings, no broadcast. But we do have some information as to what went down between the Super Falcons and Canada. We're going to be talking about that in this video, but first, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So yeah, like I said, Super Falcons of Nigeria fell to Canada in the 90-minute game. They lost that one by a 0. The goal was scored in the first half. I believe it was a penalty given up that Canada scored from. Huff and puff as we like. We couldn't get the equalizing goal in the second half. The match ended with the scoreline of a 0. Now, one thing we do know was the starting lineup that the Super Falcons came out with, and you can see it right here. Chiamaka Nadoze, Paris FC goalkeeper, in goal, no surprise whatsoever. You got Osinachi Ohale and Tosin Demehin, the duo at the back, the 5 and 6 back together. Then you got Chidima Okeke and Michelle Aloze. Those two played the fullback positions when we qualified against South Africa. Chidima Okeke basically crashed the party and forced the way on the plane to this competition right here. She's going to be playing the left back, Michelle Aloze, the right back. Then at midfield, you got Christy Uchebe, Tony Payne, and Deborah Biodun. Of course, Christy Uchebe, Deborah Biodun probably a little bit closer to the defenders. Then you got Tony Payne, probably like an attacking midfielder out of the trio. Then at the forward positions, you got Onye Echegini, which is Jennifer Echegini or Joe Echegini. And she's gonna be playing one of the wings. You got Rashida Tajibade, she's gonna be on another wing. Then, of course, at the 9 position, Chiwendui Hezu got high praise from the head coach after the game against South Africa, the first leg against South Africa. Of course, her penalty that she won was the goal that took us to this competition right here. Now, I did find this clip of a nice moment in the game for the Super Falcons. I think this is in the first half. You got Chiwendui Hezu getting the ball to Jennifer Echegini. She puts it on her left, smacks it, and just barely drags the ball off target. Beautiful right there from Jennifer Echegini, and that really could have made it 1 goal for the Super Falcons. But at the end, the score was 1-0 in favor of Canada. And after the game, of course, like I said, they went into a penalty shootout, which is, I've not really seen this before. 2 teams playing a test match or a friendly, then right after taking a penalty shootout, which is really a nice idea because you're going in a competition that you very well might have to play in a penalty shootout. So that's real smart from both coaches right there. And the Super Falcons won it by 5-4 from what I've been seeing online. And the players who scored for the Super Falcons: Rashida Tajibade, Asisat Oshwala, Tony Payne, Deborah Biodun, and Christy Uchebe. Now, in goal for the Super Falcons was not Chiamaka Nadoze. It was actually Tochukwu Alohi in goal for the Super Falcons. And don't know exactly how the Canadian team missed their penalty. Did she save it? Was it over the bar? Did it hit the woodwork? Don't know too much about that one right there. But I do know Tochukwu Alohi was in goal though. And of course, this is not her first penalty shootout. Was in goal for the Super Falcons in 2018 when we won the women's AFCON, the last women's AFCON we've listed. And honestly, I would have to see her go toe-to-toe with Chiamaka Nadoze before I can say that I give it to Chiamaka Nadoze as the better penalty shootout goalkeeper. Because what she did in that competition, and even in matches, other matches for the Super Falcons, saving penalties, I mean, this is a top-class goalkeeper. A lot of people have been underrating her, but I'm telling you, this is a goalkeeper that would be in goal for just about every other team in this continent. Now, at the end of everything, of course, you don't want to lose any kind of match, test match, no matter what type of match it is, closed doors, open doors, you know, no matter what, you don't want to lose. But the result is what it is. Hopefully we learn from the situation. Hopefully we can take some from this game into our next game. But one thing I feel is real impressive is the fact that they lost the match 1-0 in 90 minutes. But then there was the penalty shootout. They dusted themselves off and went out there and beat Canada in the penalty shootout. That takes some type of mentality to get over the loss as quick as they did and focus on the next task at hand. So that's a plus right there for the team. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Super Falcons of Nigeria take on Canada in a 90-minute friendly or a 90-minute test match and a penalty shootout right after. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. And please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.